Morgan. I'm a student physical therapist from 1987. I'm here to do an evaluation for you today, and so I'm gonna keep you safe first. My evaluation requires that my hands are on your body at any given point, checking your strength and your muscle tone and things like that. Is it okay if I touch you during this evaluation? Sure. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I could check someone at, was it you that asked, Brian? I think so. Could we do something that's off script? Because it says balance. I mean, you still want to do the function, it's got its own category, but to test an impairment like balance, tone, and strength, you could do, if it was ataxia, you could do coordination if you wanted something that's appropriate to that case. You could switch gears a little bit. So Adam, while you're seated here, I just want to feel your muscle tone, okay? Okay. Muscle tone is, this leg has got normal muscle tone. That just means your nerves are beating and firing at a rate that's normal. So there's nothing too much of or too little of, it's just pretty steady. So what I'm going to do here first is I think I'm going to go ahead and pick your quad since you're extended here. Oof. All right, see, that's pretty good, Adam. So I'm just going to check your whole range of motion of your knee first. But I'm going to do a little quick stretch when you don't expect it. And I don't want to do too many ranges because it'll diminish what he has. So just relax for a second. And let's see. Oh man, I did my body into that. Was a 3. And I might do a few to see if it diminishes. Oh, it's diminishing. Good job, Adam. Okay, I feel like it's probably a 1+ now, and that was a catch release. So, okay. So it responds to a lot of movement, so that's good for me to know. So I can give them a grade range and say the first one was this, and with repetition, the 5th one was this. And I can measure it like that, or I can just give them 1 grade and move on. Okay, I'm gonna do another muscle here because right now this bicep band is pretty tight. So I'm gonna check the range first. I'm gonna pull the thumb out, do my little V trick, and try to straighten them. So you're capable of straightening. Good job. You're not stuck there. That's really hopeful for me. Okay. It's already diminishing. Good job. You improved in the same session, Adam Guerrero. Okay, so I grade that. And so that was my muscle tone. And so I'm going to take a look at your function now. And since you came, we were going to say he came to the gym, whether it's acute care rehab, acute care and I took him to some gym, or acute rehab and went to the gym, or outpatient or in the gym, but you're in your wheelchair. So if you wanted to do in the practical where you start out in the bed, you could do that and start with function if you wanted to, and then do balance, sitting or something. So we're going to do a transfer. And so how have you been doing with your transfers? And they may not know what that means. So a transfer is when I help you come up just enough to clear the edge and land on the bed. Okay, does that sound okay? Do you trust me? Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna move that back. And we're gonna go to your strong side right here because I just wanna teach you what it's like. And so I don't know anything about how much you can move, so I'm gonna pull you out forward a little bit. You wanna be at the edge of the seat, that's the first rule. Okay, we want both feet to be planted on the ground. That's the second rule. And I could choose to do both legs and he can feel both legs go, or I could choose to just have a pivot here and let this leg drag around and trust the strong side. When you got in the chair, how did the nurse get you in?
They just kind of threw me in here.
Yeah, Sister Hitler. I know about her. So the first step is you're leaning quite a bit that way, and I understand that you're trusting that side, but you really gotta bend forward and your head has to go that way so your bottom can go that way. Is that okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go over the top of you if that's okay. Does this feel all right to you?
That's fine.
And you can help with this arm if you want. And we're gonna trust your strong leg. And I don't really need to support this leg too much, but I'm gonna stay here in case he panics in any way. But let me just feel you first. Can you come up a little bit? Yeah. So I'm gonna turn you a little bit. I can feel it. You gotta turn a little bit. You ready? We're gonna try to go all the way to the bed this time. 1, on 3, 2, 3. Oh, you did a lot of it. You did a lot of it. I would say that was mod assist. And I really should have, in correcting myself, told him I want him to do as much as he can and I'll only help if I need to. But I was 100% in position to help him. Is there any way you can put this leg back? Or scoot to the back of the seat? No, I haven't let go of him. Good. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this chair for a little bit. I can decide to go back and see what that balance is. I'm gonna put your foot back under you. I'm gonna approximate it right there. I'm gonna stay right here near you. Is there any way you can let this arm go down? He moves a little bit out of it, but he's pretty tight. Eesh. Is that hard?
Yeah.
Does it feel like a Charlie horse? I'm gonna try to open it out. You're Scott right now. I'm just gonna put that right there. Does that hurt a lot? Do you see how your trunk went to the middle? I'm educating along the way. I'm gonna pull these babies out because they were stuck. Okay. Do you think you can lean really hard on this side? So I went right into an intervention because my brain told me to do that. Okay, relax for a second. Now that I know you can, I want to see your sitting balance with just your hands right here first. Sit with your best posture right through there. And he's struggling to keep that, so I'm gonna dive in right here. I think I'll stay here so I can control this arm. I'm gonna dive in right here. Right there. Keep you up. Put a mirror right there, that's my tool. Keep that leg bent. Alright. Okay, all we're gonna do here is I just want you to try to hold that so I can give you a good grade, okay? Okay, I'm gonna let go. You try to hold it. So if I place him there, can he hold it? Maybe for 2 seconds, and then he starts to lose it. So I'm gonna write a goal on that probably. Can you hold it longer? 1001, 1002, 1003. So you kind of have 3 seconds. You improved in the same session again. You're educating along the way and you're already thinking of goals along the way. But I could probably grade him. I would need the sheet to read. I don't know how the sheet reads, but I could grade that he could grade it by how much assistance to get him there and how long he could hold it without assistance, and write a goal off of that. And I just assessed his balance and I could just describe it or I could use those grades. Okay? So that's balance, and I did muscle tone. So I could move on to the intervention. So since we're here, Adam, I'm gonna open my hand back here, but also keep you upright the whole time. And I want you to try to weight shift that way and this way, and this arm's trying to collapse and climb. And so I'm gonna switch gears, have my tech in front to make sure he's okay, and I'm gonna shift him with just my hand and come back. Okay. And this seems boring, right? We have the mirror in front. What do you wanna talk about, Adam? Can you tell that, does it feel different on that side versus this side? You don't like it? Well, you're gonna like it. So what if he's getting better? I'm gonna take this hand, I want you to try to reach for something. Does that feel all right?
One steady.
Yeah, and I feel like this arm needs more help. Let's get a big ball and put that ball right there. And use this good hand. I've got you, I promise. Get your other hand up here on top of this one. And let's just roll with that ball. And so now I'm gonna be up here with you. So, cause I'm too short. So I'm gonna go that way. Come this way. My thumb is in his gait belt cause I don't want him to come off. I'm like, you know what? You are so good at weight shifting. Let's go that way to the right. Reach. Let's go to the left. This is a good intervention to the left. Oh, he doesn't like it, so I'm gonna have to help him. Whenever you go forward, Adam, you almost come up. That's gonna help you learn to stand up on your own. And so this is your leg that's weaker. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this. And I'm just keep our hands together. Let's keep this one on your wrist this time. And we're just gonna try to come up, 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 up. All the way up. Oh my goodness. How long can you hold that?
That's about it.
Okay, bend your hip. There you go, and sit down. And if he flops, we're gonna work on that. If that's too hard, why don't I raise you higher? Make it easier. Oof. There we go. That happens a lot to me. Okay, come on over, come up. Oh, that's much easier. The worst thing that can happen is we sit right back down, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's do 10. That's a lot, let's do 5. 1, 2, that sets him up for the 5 times sit to stand in a future date, right? So he's finished with those. I'm gonna bring you back down so you're safe again. I like that you took care of that arm, even though you don't feel it and you forget about it sometimes. And so already I'm thinking, he needs to scoot back, yeah? Let's practice weight shifting and scooting back. So shift your weight all on that side and scoot back. Shift all the way this side and scoot back. And that side and scoot back. I could get right in front of him to do that, or just like I did there. Feel safer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we did, we could have counted the sit to stand for the functional part of that test. But let's say I wanted to check your bed mobility. So I'm gonna have you go down towards your strong side. And so let's put your elbow down here. This. And see if that leg can go up on its own. Come on. Come on. I see that. You did it. Don't forget, right, there you go. So.
Nice.
This one's okay, this one's the extensor tone, right? Okay. You're so normal, Adam. You're being so normal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bend this leg right here. You got up there with that, let's say it was about mod assist because I really had to guide that a lot. That was a good weight shift right there. Another intervention, since I could grade his down on elbow, lay on his back, it was, I feel like it was a little out of sequence. He just sort of did what he could to get the leg up, did what he could to get the other leg up, and so he struggled to get one leg up at a time. Needed, I would say, mod assist is probably what that was, to guide legs and to slowly position his trunk in supine. You could just describe it that way. And then he was able to shift a little bit and find his comfortable position. He needed max assist to bend his left leg into a hook lying position. And I'm gonna go ahead and let this arm relax because I feel like that must be bothersome after a while, yeah? Let's see how long it'll stay there. It's responsive right now. Let's see if it stays there a little bit. If it starts to climb, we'll just fight with it some more, okay? Okay, I like this position for bridging, and bridging is another bed mobility skill. So what bridging is you raise your pelvis in this position, you raise your hips as high as you can, high enough for a train to go under. You think you could do that? Try it, go ahead. Oh la la, okay. So I'm gonna dorsiflex your foot, which means I'm gonna bend your ankle, my thunder thigh right there. Bend that one any way you can. I'm gonna try to control this side. Try it again now. So I'm approximating, go. Be still, crooked. So I'm gonna tap right here. Maybe use a sheet. Sorry, I'm messing with your shirt. And come on down. That's a nice, do you think I should resist that? I feel like he's too weak still. I think when he's more level, I'll probably go into some resistance. That's another goal I could write. Let's write that goal. Okay. So the goal is that he will have let's say in 3 months, his bridging will be symmetrical in its lift, with the left lifting as high as the right. reps. So let's say 10 out of 15 reps, maybe. And my functional Y would be in order to improve his bed mobility skills for independence in bed positioning, something like that. And so, and then once he's doing that, I don't have to write a goal that he's gonna take resistance. I just want it to be functional, so I made that functional. But when I start resisting him, I know he'll be functional and have met that goal. So a long-term goal would be that his glute max strength will be symmetrical on both sides at least a level 4 plus, in order to enable symmetry with bed mobility or something like that. Okay, what else should I test with bed mobility? What's that? Yeah, let's do rolling. Okay, so we can start by rolling up. Scoot that way for a second. Right character. We can do that in the practical if we have to. I'm gonna bend both knees again, just like we were, because it's easier to have a short body when you're rolling. Okay, so I'm gonna bend both knees to shorten, and I'm gonna use your strong side to drive over this way. You go first. Do the best you can, best you can, best you can. Oh, you're cheating. He was pulling on the edge of the mat. Do you have an edge like that at home?
Yeah, I think we got the side of the bed.
Oh, okay. Yeesh. What if you're in the middle of the bed and can't reach it?
That's why I don't get in the middle.
You don't get it in the middle. He has an answer for everything. Let's practice without that, just for fun. So come on over. I'm trying to keep his knee bent, and maybe I need a tech to help with that, because now that he's here, man, I could resist this and push back and push forward. Why would I be doing this on his strong side? Pull back. Just for him to feel that spin out, and his trunk is involved. Most patients with stroke have bilateral trunk involvement. They always have trunk involvement on the same side, but Kathy and I have always felt like there's always weakness on the other side too, even if it's not directly from the stroke. Okay, so all of that, let's try the other side. So scooch this way. I want both knees bent again. Okay, now let's see if, can that arm make it across your body, do you think? Yep, getting stuck. Come on back. I'm gonna show you a trick. So take your good hand and try to thread it through your other fingers, but you want this thumb on the outside, because if it's open like that, your hand relaxes more. Okay, now let's go ahead and straighten that out so it's really out of your way of your pecs, of your chest. Okay, your leg fell down. Okay, ready? Try to go on your own. Reach, use your head, keep your eyes on your hands, and keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. I'm gonna help him now. Okay, so he did most of it. Men assist, you think? In the condition of arm latched on and knees bent, both knees. Let's do that again with one knee bent. I'm gonna let this one be the bent one though, and that one's straight. This one needs to be bent, otherwise that tone kicks in, right? He's really inverting. He's doing a good job acting. He's gonna be all y'all's actor. Okay, try again from here. Do your very, very best. Get all of you over. Don't forget back here. Don't forget back here. Go, go. So I'm gonna have to do half the job with one knee bent. So I would anticipate that if I just checked him with his ankles crossed, it would probably be like I would be doing 75% of his job, and it would be more max assist. Yeesh. Don't forget booty, come on. So I can guide like this, or I can facilitate the hip flexors and try to go. So I feel like this arm, that was max assist. So I bet feet apart would be total assist. You don't have to do all of that in the practical, just pick one position to describe, okay? But I went for the whole thing in case you wanted to know what else would happen. Good job, Adam. All right, so lay on your back again. I'll help you because I know that's hard with just your leg like that. I'm gonna keep this bent, so I think I'm gonna go get a bolster as a tool and put it under both your legs so that you can keep your knee bent. So now he's on a bolster. Now, this arm doesn't want to help a whole lot. It wants to stay here, so let's go ahead and take this arm and just go ahead and catch this wrist. And let's just do what we call chops and lifts right here. We can do it very rhythmic and slow. I want to keep this arm out because I don't want you working this way. So as we come up, I'm just going to help you with that, but I want you to really try to come down at me like you're going to chop. And that's good. Use your head and come on down. And I feel like I'm in his groove. Come on down. Go, 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 go. Push, push, push. So it's a workout with this arm, but it's getting the rotation I want. I'm going to passively send him back. If he's keeping his arms straight, I might resist a little bit because he's out of synergy if his elbow's out straight. He's not down here stuck. And he's not plastered to the side of it and retracted back here. He's more up and out. So you can make that decision. But let's do it this way too, where this arm is now up and out and down and in. So let me get in line with you. Okay, up and out. Try to open that hand as you go. You may not be able to, but just do your best. Roll it out. And now try to go down towards that hip. Watch it with your eyes. That's your tool, is your eyes and your hands. Look at you almost getting up, your shoulder blades up. Come on back. So you could do it that way. And this is easier potentially for him because in sitting he might not have the balance for it. He was still kind of all over the place. So in the practical, I'm like, his balance wasn't enough to do chops and lifts sitting right there. I think I'd lose him. So let's do it supine. So I've done that intervention. I've worked on rolling in different conditions. That's 2 interventions. You can relax now. We can pick an outcome measure, probably Berg balance scale or something like that. Have you been up on your feet yet since you had your stroke?
Just get in and out of bed.
Just the transfer. Have you ever stood super tall with your helper?
I tried to when I was first getting PT.
Well, let's try that. Let's see what you look like in standing, because we might be able to do a standing balance test in different conditions. And if that's too hard, we'll just do an outcome measure for there's fist for channel arm fist. We could do Berg, and the Berg would be, we already know it's transfer this way. You'd have to do the transfer back that way, and maybe do 2 more of that. I think I'd probably pick Berg. But let's do freestanding so that everyone can see you try to stand, okay? You did whenever we were reaching forward. I felt like you were doing some decent standing there. Let's try to be up and hold it even longer without all that leaning. Okay, let's roll over. This is gonna be harder because this side is the weaker side, right? So bend this knee as much as you can. Go, go, go. I got you. Okay, you remembered. That was your return demonstration right there. Okay, so I'm going to guard you right here. See if this leg can come down already. Let's see if this one all by itself will. I know it extends. Can you bring it forward right here to get it off? Okay. It's at the very edge. I'm going to scoot you back. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because now you let go here. Put that elbow there. Put your hand here. I want you to try to help me with it, okay? Even though this arm doesn't like helping, like I did with this elbow, and bring your nose forward, head-hip relationship, okay? Okay, now, when I showed it to you, let's go back down. I want you to try. Okay, 1, 2, push. Dig, dig, dig. Got it. Can elongate his trunk with my NDT trick. Look at you. Because I had my hand on him, it was at least meniscus, and I was elongating that side of his trunk to come up. I would say meniscus, but you're improving a lot today.
Great PT.
Oh. Alert the media. I'm just kidding. Anytime I compliment my sister, she goes, alert the media. So I'm gonna stay here and just we can go to the parallel bars, that would be all right too. But I just want to freestand before it's time to go. And at the very end, you might as well go back to your chair, okay? You want to go ahead and be brave and transfer towards your weaker side? Or do you want me to put the chair over there?
Try.
Try? Okay, before we do that though, let's practice our freestanding. So I'm gonna have your belt, I'm gonna have this knee, and I always say, see how I got you? You're okay, I promise. Nose over your knees, right down the middle. Okay, come on up. There you go, come on up. Come on up. Oof. Okay, do your best to stand right there. Keep that knee straight. I feel like we're not quite ready to walk because his knee's really wanting to buckle against me. So, since I have stuff at the maze, I would probably put him in a harness and try it there. Do you feel like you can shift your weight and shift your weight? Because if you can, we can kind of take steps towards your chair. What do you think?
Sure, let's try.
All right, bring that right leg in. There you go. Bring right leg in. Oh. That's a stand, turn, pivot. It wasn't just a little squatty pivot. But now, make sure you don't just throw yourself back. I want you to bend at the hip and come all the way down. There you go, all the way down. I feel like I can let go of his belt and facilitate him down because we're right over the chair now. All right, so let's educate some things. I want to make sure you understand the goals that I'm thinking about and see if you like them. And if you agree with them, what do you think?
Sure.
I think we should work hard shifting your weight so this leg gets freed up so you can take a step and start learning to walk. We'll go in these bars and get good at stepping over time until you can be more of a walker, and then we can, in the long run, decide on what you need to hold yourself up or if you need anything eventually or not. But we'll help you learn to walk again. I think getting in and out of bed needs help. Getting in and out of your chair needs some help. What else do you want to work on?
Just want to get back to walking. And going up steps. I have steps at the house.
How many steps do you have at the house?
2 to enter the home.
Is there a railing there for you to hold on to?
Yes, on both sides.
On both sides, oh. We can work on stairs. We have to get good at level surfaces first and make sure that we can trust going airborne like that. That's okay. And we'll get some extra help for that. Anything else? So let's go back to our bed mobility stuff we were doing. What side does your thumb need to be on inside or outside?
This one goes out.
Out. And why do you think that is?
Because it helps with something like this.
Yep, it'll free up your hand to open up and release all that extra muscle tone you have in that arm. So when you're at home, practice holding on to that. Here's your home program. I want you to try to lift in bed and come all the way up. Try to go those diagonals that we did. Just by yourself, letting this arm take the other arm for a while. And if you can't keep hold of that